hopefully I can, yeah, this, we're gonna go ahead and, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, okay, that seems better. First of all, that wind noise is way higher than it needs to be. So we're gonna try and fix that a little bit, just to start. God, can't wait to not be on a goddamn highway. Oh my god. I just want to max it out, honestly, because I hate the sound. But, like, also got to keep in mind, like, if I, what does it sound like if I max it out? What does it sound like if I max it the fuck out? Can you even hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me. You can hear me fine. You can hear me fine. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Next issue now is that there's like no music. So we're gonna turn the music up a little bit, which, yeah, you can't hear the music at all, which is a problem. Because we having a vibe. We chillin'. We chillin', we chillin', we hangin', we discussing things. This is a meeting, but this ain't a boring meeting. I think this is a good level. This is a good level. Okay. Here's the problem. Here's the problem is like my phone volume is all the way up and you still can't hear like anything. That's the problem I'm currently facing. Why is it that quiet? Why is my mic? Why is everything so quiet? Is it because the gain is down to like 6? If I were to, we're gonna mess with some stuff right now. If I were to, cause like this is my phone at its maximum volume, but you can't hear anything. You can hear all these fucking traffic stuff. You can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. You can hear all these fucking there it goes. Traffic stuff. You can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. You can hear all these fucking there it goes. Okay. Traffic oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Hello, hello. You can hear all these fucking okay, we're turning that down for a little bit. And now I'm just gonna try and see what everything sounds like. Okay, hello. Balance everything out this way. We're just traffic noise. Fucking sucks. There's nothing I can do about it if I want you guys to be able to hear me at all. How do I balance the music? And I want you to be able to hear me. Let's see. Music balance. It's hard because this song in particular doesn't appear to be making a ton of noise. But so you don't really hear the music that much. We're trying to find a way. Do I just need to turn it up more? I don't know. Trying to make this sound balanced, you know. My thing is saying is going off the charts, but you know, I don't hear it that way. We'll stick with this. I think this is gonna be what we call good enough. I think this is gonna be our mark. Okay, so let me adjust. Oh God. Break everything. Just naturally. If I gotta break everything. That's how I roll. Let's talk. Some shenanigans. So, I have fallen behind a decent amount on work, and it's been really hard for me to deal with because over the past two, not even 3 weeks yet, 2 weeks, I got married, and you know, naturally you want to take a little time to enjoy that, just a little bit. And not even a week after we got married, we had this big family emergency, and that is still an ongoing issue, but it was particularly something we were interacting with for another week and a half, and then that settled down, and I immediately just started having anxiety the entire time about, not about getting behind. And I was also feeling anxious because at the end of this month, in 2 weeks, Xavier and I are going to be on a plane going to Chicago. This massive cross-country, cross-ocean move that we're going to be doing. And that anxiety has been just eating away at me for that. So, it's the getting behind the massive move. And so, for the past week, I've been just almost exclusively in a constant state of anxious breakdown. So we're doing great, as I'm sure, as it sounds. We're doing phenomenally over here. And I am struggling with getting to a point where I can actually just do any work, honestly. Yesterday was probably the best day I've had in a while, and I really only got 2 or 3 hours of work done yesterday. And then for the most part, because we're moving everything, we got rid of his desk because it was just not, it was going to take up way more space in our tanker than it was worth, but B, because we just wanted something that would be a better fit for him when we move. So we got rid of his desk, and because of how his stream setup needs to be, I gave him my desk. I gave Xavier my desk. And the desk setup that I was trying to work with for a duration was just so stress-inducing that I would literally just look at it and immediately panic. So we had to reconfigure all of that, and yesterday was the first day where I actually got to sit down and use that space. And it's been better. Again, I didn't get a ton of work done yesterday. Today, I really could only manage to read. I was so panicked. I was so stressed and so anxious. And so I am currently, as you can see, doing worky type things right now, but for how long I'll be able to manage that today, I don't know. And that is, it's something I'm going to have to deal with, me just being in this state probably until we're in a new apartment, settled, with like desks and like I have an office space set up, I'm probably going to be this anxious mess. But that's frustrating because it's like 2 months, 2.5 months that I wouldn't be able to work, and it's frustrating and it's anxiety inducing, especially because when we move and before we get into this new apartment, we'll have to get new jobs when we're in Chicago, and that's going to take up a lot of time, and I have this time now that I could be working and I just cannot physically do it, and that's frustrating. And so that's something I'm going to have to work on and like deal with. But for right now, just understand we're going to be at a slowed pace. Yeah, we're going to be at a slowed pace for things. I'm obviously going to try my best to try and get work done, but there's just a point where I physically cannot do anything, and that's the point that I was at this morning. And I feel like I'm getting back to that point. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna try and make things work. Writing wise, I don't really have much news. This particular book that I'm writing right now, I had essentially projected that it would take me about 3 months to write any of my novels, and this one is taking longer, but this book is also, it's not that I've been off or behind on writing, except for like this past week. Even last week I was able to be on top of my writing, but it's not that I'm behind on my writing. This book is just longer than the other ones, and that are in general, so this one's taking me longer to write, which I am also like struggling with dealing with, just because I had a mental schedule set. Even though this is technically keeping with that mental schedule, it's just a longer, more fleshed out at first draft than my other ones tend to be. Not even tend to be. It's a longer than they tend to be, more fleshed out than like my first drafts. The other ones are decently fleshed out. They're just shorter books, but this one's longer, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Do I just exude the anxiety that I feel? Because I just feel stressed. Like, I really want to. Goddamn. I really want to, like, lay down and, like, I want to edit this video that I need to edit. But I feel like I absolutely need to just crawl under my weighted blanket and just read and wait for my heart to stop spasming. That's writing wise. Editing wise, I'm probably gonna be ahead of schedule. Even still, it's hard because again, we don't have jobs right now, so my money that I can put towards progressing the publishing process for this next book is going to be on hold. Hopefully we get jobs soon. We want to have interviews set up and ready for when we get there, for the week or the next week after we get there, because we have Lord knows when our cats are going to actually make it into town. But we want to hopefully get those jobs fast, get money flowing fast. That is the ideal situation for us. So we can get an apartment and everything, get everything going fast. But as soon as we start getting money, we'll be able to delve it up so we can both continue our other work. And so hopefully, I'm still idealistic that I should be able to get this published late August. We'll get book 3 late August. If not, it'd be early September. Book 4, honestly, that book, the first draft as I was typing it felt very well flashed. I didn't really see a lot of places that it would need a lot of beefing up. So I'm probably going to be able to get ahead of a lot of scheduling with this book, because I think I only want to do one more edit before I start doing some beta reads with it. But again, gotta get that money. If you want to support me monetarily, I do have a Discord that is linked down below. You can support me for as little as $2 a month or more if you would like. It would help. But so that's editing. What else do I do? I write books, I edit books, I read books. We'll go at the end of this. I'll tell you my current list of books that I want to stream. I'm trying to think of the different facets of my life, honestly. It's hard sometimes. Sorry, I'm just checking to see what other facets of life I have, so that way I can make sure. Main channel, editing, writing. Okay, so yeah, we're just down to YouTube now. YouTube, main channel, vlog channel. Okay, as you can tell, as you can tell, I've changed where my streams are going. It is something that has been like eating at me for a while, whether or not I wanted my streams on my main channel or if I wanted them on my vlog channel. For a while I put them on my vlog channel because I was like, they're not scripted, they're not researched, but as I've felt like I really wanted to put them back on the main channel, because I do feel like I am discussing literature and writing craft and stuff like that in a very meaningful way, and so it feels like it should be. It's still an analysis. It's not a researched analysis. It is more of a commentary style than like, it is half review, half commentary, whereas a lot of my other videos are just commentary. But I still, because of the writing commentary and the literature commentary that I do give on the books, I think it's still like a good home for it would be the main channel. So we did that with my last book, which I'm not gonna lie, part of me was like, should I wait until August when my usual break would happen? But then I was like, you just titled the last video End of an Era, and you know, it just, nice breakaway point. It felt right. So we are going to move all the No Ordinary Desk sides over to my main channel, and I don't know if I really refer to them as the No Ordinary Desk sides. I should put like a banner or something somewhere saying that. But we're putting the No Ordinary Desk sides on the main channel, and I want to refer to them as the desk sides more because I don't want to do just reading. And this is something that has also encouraged me to drop my reading goal for Goodreads. I was originally trying to read 40 books this year, and I kind of felt like I was getting into the same rut that I was in with scheduling a stream every other week. I felt like I was scheduling a stream every week and then scheduling a stream every other week. I felt like I was being forced to read, especially when I was doing a stream every week. I felt like I was being forced to stream books that were shorter, stream books that were just easier to consume for me because, you know, I had a time limit. And with this particular recently and trying to read the 40 books, I felt very locked into reading a physical book, and not physical book, but into reading a book and discussing a book with you guys when I had like wanted to and was really interested in discussing like movies, TV shows. I do want to do a stream this coming week talking about Dynasty and about how I fucking hate Blake Carrington. And I wanted to do that, but because of my whole, I have to read 40 books a year, or 40 books in the year, I felt like I had to spend all of my time reading. If I was reading a book with my Kindle or reading a print book, then I had to be listening to it like a self-help book or something else on an audiobook. And it felt like I was being dragged down this direction of, this is the only way I can consume content. I didn't feel like I really could or should be watching YouTube. I really was struggling with feeling comfortable listening to podcasts, which I recently, Spotify found me and they recently suggested me a bunch of self-publishing podcasts that I really wanted to listen to, and I just never felt like I had the time, because if I was listening to something, I should be listening to an audiobook so that way I can get that 40 books in. And so we dropped all of that. My current Goodreads goal is 1. I saw this on a YouTuber. Let me find her name really quick. I saw this on her stream, and she got the idea from someone else. She does 1 because... Oh, yeah, I was on YouTube already. She does one because she wants to make a statement about how, like, it is consumer culture and stuff like that. That's not really what I'm here for. I did one mostly is because I liked having the books that I've read in the year in a nice, like, clean area. And I also want to see, like, what all the stats Spotify gives me. I do keep stats and keep track of some stats myself. I have a what is it called? Spreadsheet on Sheets that I found from some other YouTubers that like to keep this type of information. And so I have a spreadsheet that I fill out with my reading data for the year, and I've really been loving to do that, just to keep myself aware of what types of reading I'm doing. And I want to see the Goodreads statistics as well, see what they have to show me, but I just don't want to push myself to read the 40 books a year, because I don't read fast. I don't read fast. I don't want to force myself to read shorter books or lower quality books and stuff like that for the sake of getting this target. I also don't want to ignore other types of content I can discuss with you. Side note, the YouTuber I saw that was like that I got the idea of using Goodreads goal of 1 was meta narrator on YouTube. But yeah, I wanted to be able to explore different types of content. I originally started streaming because I wanted to talk about, like, I wanted to talk about super indie books. And yes, a lot of indie books are on Goodreads and stuff like that, but I had it wouldn't have been a series because I don't have that many books from this site that I was interested in, but I wanted to do, take some time to read books that I loved off of Wattpad. I read one of them because it had been made into a print book, and I purchased that and read it. But I also wanted to read some that weren't on, like, Goodreads, and I didn't want to feel like I couldn't do that, stuff like that. So that is where I am currently at in terms of my headspace with my desk sides and reading, is that I love reading and I want to keep reading, but I don't want to pressure myself to read, and I also don't want to miss out on my opportunity to discuss more things with you. Yes, I am a writer, and yes, I write books, but also storytelling exists in so many other mediums. And as well, like, if I wanted to talk about a podcast, I honestly don't know what podcast I talk about, but if I wanted to talk about a podcast that's still, like, information and, like, ideas that I want to discuss with you. I also would have been a philosophy major, and so that's another aspect in where I can just think and talk about anything, and that's what this channel is supposed to be, and that's what the main channel is supposed to be, and I want to not box myself in. There. Other note is, on this channel, the vlog channel, we are doing now these update videos. So we're doing these on the vlog channel. We are doing if you've looked, I've been putting up work with me vlogs, or not vlogs, but work with me streams. I've streamed them on Twitch, and then I'll repost them here, as well as because I started doing that a while ago, like last year maybe, because I like study with me vlogs, and I was like, I can do that, and I really liked doing them, but I felt like some people were saying, like, it's stupid, people weren't really watching them on the channel, and I felt discouraged from doing it. But getting back into it, I remembered how much I loved doing these types of videos. So we are back on with work with me vlogs or work with me streams. We will stream them on Twitch when I can. Things are fucking crazy right now, so who knows when that'll be. And then when I can't, whatever I stream, I will be putting back on this channel. And if you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. But if you do want to watch them, yay. They're there for you. And don't worry, I do have content that I'm working on. I'm working on trying to vlog the process of this move. It is horrific, so expect like moving series to be coming out, but I will be working on that. I have some main channel videos that I have to just get to, but I am working. I am making videos, and so if you don't see like an upload, if it's primarily live streams or re-uploads of streams that I've done on Twitch, or the just sit down discussions without a camera that I've done, which I might start putting those under an ordinary desk side topics too, under those playlists, but those will be just without a camera, because sometimes I don't need you to see my expression and stuff like that. We just want to talk, you know? Those might end up being a majority of what I put out for a while until I get my head under control. So also, if you can be a pal, be a squadron, do me a favor. I have another Falcon Winter Soldier video that's going to come out, and it's obviously going to be like 2 months or 3 months late from the fucking series. If you could still watch that, that would be ideal. Show me some love, be a pal, show some support. Right now, let me get into it. I want to show you, let's discuss my current plan in terms of the next few books that I want to read. Right now, I am reading, I really am bad about telling you guys authors. And that's not who we want to be. That's not who we want to be. So we're going to go, the book I'm currently reading is Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. Oh my god, there are 3 now? When did the third book come out? Untitled. So there's going to be a third book. It has not come out yet. Okay. So we have Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. That is the book that I'm currently reading. I am enjoying it. Next is going to be Benti by Nnedi Okorafor. Yeah, Nnedi Okorafor. So that book shouldn't take too long. According to Goodreads, it's only 96 pages, so it should not take me more than a week to read. So that's good. Then I'm doing currently a marketing training practice thing in which it's to train me on working and writing blurbs for my books. And in the training, I came across someone's blurb, and all it did was make me want to read Lord of the Flies. So Lord of the Flies by William Golding is going to be next. Then An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I know we keep pushing this book back. I'm sorry. Then we're going to read Quest, which is the 4th book in the Septimus Heap series. Then this book I read in high school, I think it was. I saw it in my library, in my local library, and the cover caught me, and it was a very funny book. It's called Sidekicks by Jack D. Ferriolo, and so that book I found very amusing, so I want to reread it. Witch and Wizard by James Patterson, because I feel like I constantly say, I don't want to say I talk shit about James Patterson, but I definitely have an opinion about James Patterson that I've mentioned. But it's been a while since I've read his books. So let me see if I still feel the same way, because I regularly say, like, either James Patterson's books start good and end terrible, or end good and start terrible. And I think Witch and Wizard was the one series of his that I liked the whole way through. So of the books of his that I would want to read, Witch and Wizard is the one we're going to start. Then eventually I want to get to Maximum Bride, and Confessions of a Murder Suspect was one that I thought started bad, but I wanted to see what he was going to do with it, so I ended up not liking the first book. I didn't like the second book, but it wasn't as bad, and I loved the third book, something to that effect, and I think there's a 4th book, so we want to check that out. But we're going to do Witch and Wizard, and I think I want to finish the Septimus Heap series. I don't know if I'll finish it this year. We'll probably read maybe one other book from Septimus Heap series this year. But I definitely want to finish that book before I start my favorite series, which is the Sisters Grimm series. But we'll get there. We'll get there. That might be a 2022 thing. Like, once moved in, chill, it'll be great. So after Witch and Wizard is Peonies and Poison by Ruby Lauren. That is the 4th book in the Diana Flower series, and I don't want it to end. And my goal is to read the last book in the series for December, because that series has been a gift to all of us, and it only felt right to read it around Christmas. But yeah, so far that is my plan for the next books that I'm going to be reading. And it's not a ton, so we will be adding things. There's other books that I've been wanting to read, but because of, like, it would be a library checkout or something, it's weird for me to want to try and schedule it in. But I might throw it in somewhere in the middle. I might wait until late after I get through these books. Who knows? But just going over it again, it's going to be Kingdom Souls. It's going to be Kingdom of Souls, Benti, Lord of the Flies, An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, Quest, Sidekicks, Witch and Wizard, and Peonies and Poison. That is my plan for my reading as it comes through, and I hope we can all, enjoy our time in these Northern Desk Sides. But that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for sitting here chilling, listening to me rant and explain myself. That is going to be everything, and until next time, valedictions, friends.